Hey guys, I hope you enjoy this following interview. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff after you watch it if you enjoyed what you see. And I will see you in the next video. Alright, hey Ryan. Um,
Hey,
this is Ryan. What's your last name? I'm sorry, bro, I forgot.
Ryan Brown,
And how long, Ryan, have you been doing magic for?
for over 20 years.
Over 20 years. And then when did you start?
I got my start in magic at the age of 5 years old after seeing a magic show at a party. And from that moment on, I have been fascinated by the art of magic.
Very cool. So, do you do just mostly stage magic?
Right now, I'm actually creating a close up magic show, and I work both close up venues and stage venues.
All right, awesome. So what? I have some questions there for you, just to kind of get the interview rolling.
Yeah.
You say you've been doing magic for 20 years. How often do you practice a day?
Well, for me it's a way. So I practice anywhere from 3 to 12 hours a day.
Oh,
3 to 12 hours a day. Yeah.
that's some dedication right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just for me, I mean, I've been doing it for I think 20 years too, so maybe 21. But I just kind of practice it throughout the day. I pick up like cards, I fumble with it or something like that. But I don't have like a set time.
Yes.
So how did you start into becoming a professional magician?
Well, it started, like I said, with a magic show that happened so early on, and then I got exposed to David Copperfield specials, Lance Burton on TV, Jeff McBride on TV, very early on, and it inspired me and opened my heart up to what was possible with magic, and I am now doing this full time, so it's great. Yeah.
Very cool. You said Jeff McBride. A little birdie told me that you know Jeff McBride personally. Is that true?
That is true. I've known Jeff for a very long time.
Awesome. Yeah. Um, do you want to just kind of? I mean, you don't have to give him an intro, so to speak, but
hmm
well, I'll do it. Jeff McBride. He's actually a really well-known stage magician from Vegas, right? And so, how long have you known him for?
I would say over 15 years I've
Oh
known Jeff
wow.
for. Yeah.
How did you get introduced to him?
Well, I started writing letters to him as a fan, and then I eventually went to his mystery school.
Oh wow. And
Yes.
I'm guessing that you learned a lot from the mystery school.
Yes. Yes, I have learned a lot from that mystery school, and one of the many things that I've learned is that, magic is a way. Magic is a way, and that's what I've learned. So.
So, what advice would you give to somebody that would want to become a professional or do it full time?
Well, first, go to your local library and take out books on magic and try to find inspiration from there to start. And then visit the local magic shops. Learn from the best, learn from the pros, and practice as much as you possibly can. In front of a mirror, in front of a camera, get in front of as many different audiences as you possibly can.
Would you have a preference of books or videos, or do you think both are helpful? What are your thoughts on that?
Right now, I'm reading Tom Stone's Vortex, which is a fantastic book,
Hmm.
and there are a lot of original creative ideas in that book. Penguin Magic has some fantastic downloads out there with different magicians providing different ideas and different concepts. And I think now the magic world is definitely changing because of technology.
Right. Um. Sorry. Swallow something. Saliva. Um. where do you see yourself in 5 years? You kind of, we're getting into it now really heavily. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Well, I want to compete in international Magic competitions.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
Yes, and I eventually want to work cruise ships and go on tour because I have an illusion show now that I'm working on. So I want to get that eventually on the road. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, I personally would love to do it professionally. I mean, right now it's just kind of like, as a hobby. I used to do it semi-professionally. I would do shows, but then I moved. So I'm trying to hand out business cards as much as I can and get my name out there. And I even, got a shirt that says I'm the caffeine magician. Asked me to do a trick. So I'm just kind of trying to think of creative ways to
To
put.
brand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I mean, in that regards, what would be your advice to somebody that wants to, get into doing it professionally? Like, how would they go about getting business?
Well, start off by doing any type of show that you can get. So, and any type of venue. Do as many shows as you possibly can when you first start, because that's going to give you the experience that you need in the real world. And I first started out performing at summer festivals and busking festivals. And I went from performing at busking festivals to theme parks to working corporate events for Fortune 500 companies.
Uh, and like, how did you get your foot into the market? Like, how did you, get the shows initially? Like, what does your advertisement look like?
Well, that I can't really put into words. What I can say is that that has been in development over the past 15 years of doing this.
Okay.
So it's been an ongoing process of developing a brand and trying to market myself the correct way.
Okay, and I don't know if you can answer this next question because I get a lot of, feedback and saying that that's up to you, but, up to the individual. But what would you say, if you can give one, you don't have to, is a good price to charge for somebody that's just starting in the Magic but has been doing it for a while, but they just haven't done a show?
Jeff McBride says that uh, when you receive money for your performance, that's a form of round of applause. So when you're busking on the street and you receive a tip for your performance, any type of monetary gain that you can get for your performance is fantastic, because that's eventually going to build up, right, over time. So that's what I've learned
Okay, cool. Um,
from studying other magicians. So.
right. Well, I have two questions next. What the first one I just kind of came up with on the spot. Who would you say is your, besides Jeff McBride, because obviously, this is a very strong connection there because,
Hmm.
you're a fan and all that. But other than him, who would say is one of your favorite magicians?
I would have to say David Copperfield.
Okay. Well, yeah, I actually went to see a show with him, show of him, his show in Vegas with
Yeah,
my aunt, back a few
nice.
years ago.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
it was really fun. It's just you can't beat him. I know they say that Chris Angel, and I like him too, but I know they say that he's the best on the planet, and I don't agree with that. I still think David Copperfield, as long as he'll be alive, he'll be the top performer out there. I mean, he's been doing it so long, he's getting so many people inspired in the magic from the TV specials.
Oh,
And
yes.
um, okay, this is another one that is just kind of throwing in there as a freebie.
Hmm.
If you had to choose David Copperfield, David Blaine or Chris Angel.
Ooh, that's a tough question because I'm inspired by both of them. So I would have to say, yeah, that's a tough question.
We'll call it a toss up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, well then, you know what? Let's do it this way. What do you like about each of them?
Okay, so I like Chris Angel's perseverance as well as David Blaine's perseverance, but I also like Chris Angel's rock star image and how that kind of sets him apart from a lot of the other magicians out there. He's created a lot of original ideas. And with technology, I've been to his live show in Las Vegas. It's fantastic. It's an eye-opening experience. It's fantastic. And yeah, I mean, if you can get a chance to see his show, see it.
Yeah, I saw the first one, the Mind Freak show that he made. I think it was Believe,
Yep.
actually, the original.
Believe, yeah.
And then what do you like about David Copperfield? I mean, you said you like them both. So.
The stage presence, the showmanship, the music choices, the way that he presents his illusions, the amount of devotion that he has put into his craft, and the fact that, it's a journey. That's what this is. That's what I've learned. So.
Yeah, I would say that I like about him is, I mean, Chris Angel does the same thing, but he sees stunts, right, but endurance testings also as magic, so he's very strong on that, and he uses that to capture. I know Chris Angel does that too, but out of both of them, I think David Blaine has got a little bit of edge on Chris because of the endurance of his feats that he does. It's not just for like a couple hours; it's days.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you? Okay, I said already. What is your favorite type of magic and why? And if it's stage, what kind of stage magic?
Sleight of hand manipulation with cards, birds, doves, coins, bullier balls, candles, canes, anything that can be manipulated. Thimbles, silks, bird cages, all sorts of different things like that. I love manipulating different objects. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Okay, you asked that one already. What would you say to somebody, because you said in our conversations beforehand, you said that you have, created some effects, starting to.
I can't talk too much about what those effects are, but what I will say is that I have taken ideas that have been already created, and I'm going to give you some insight on this.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's my next question.
Because what I've done is I've been able to take different methods for different effects and put my own twist on them. And that has been giving me the opportunity to create original effects that will be going into my show. I've come up with different ideas for my Dove Act over the years and stuff like that, but I'm also working on now a lot of creative ideas for close-up magic. So, and I was inspired by a close-up effect. Would you like to see it right now?
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Okay. So I have here a pack of blue bicycle cards.
Okay.
And I have here a piece of candy. This is Laffy Taffy, okay? And I'm going to place it behind the card box just like this. So watch carefully. 1, 2, 3.
Very visual. That's cool.
Keep the magic alive out there and keep performing, and I think that's the best advice that I can offer as a magician myself.
Awesome. Can I show you something that I was working on recently?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
All right. So I have my coin purse, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just I have some coins in there. I don't know if you can see them, but I'm gonna a coin, anyways.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it out. And as you can see, that's the only coin that I have. But I'm gonna place it on my hand there.
Yeah.
And the idea is a lot of people, they tell me, all right, well, can you make money up here? Because it's probably the most common thing that you get as a magician, right? And they say, well, sure, because really there's dust particles all over the place, and if you just kind of comprise them together, you can get money from just about anywhere.
Very nice.
As a matter of fact, I just kind of rub. Hold on. See, that's the dust particles. You kind of make it turn into metal. And that's the next one. So that's 2 of them. That's 2. That's 3, right? And just like that, that's 4.
Nice.
And I'm gonna take these and I place them. Oops, I dropped one. This is new, so I'm kind of shaky. But I'm gonna place them together and place them. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me try this. I'll do one more.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like as a routine. That's 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see that. I'll move the camera. That's 4. All right.
Yep.
So basically, here's the idea. I'm gonna make the coins travel from here to my other hand. Watch carefully. Just a shake. And there's the first coin. Watch the next coin, just like that. There's the next coin. Now, do you want to see the third coin travel visibly or invisibly?
Invisibly.
Invisibly. Let me see if I can get this. Did you see the move?
Yes.
Oh, crap. All right. That's just a joke. But, I mean, obviously. But they're going to jump from here, the last one, to here. Watch, ready? Just like that. It travels to... Wait a minute. They all traveled back to the same hand. That's 1,
Well done.
3, and 4 points.
Awesome. Yeah. All right.
Thank you. And thanks for showing your trick. I enjoyed that too, and this was a great interview. All right, man. Have a great week.
You too. Take care. Nice chatting with you. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.